Are you a freelancer or a small team? What is the best way to give estimates to your potential customers? Watch further. Hi, this is Eugene and Denise, Freelance Mushrooms here, and today we're gonna talk about how to give estimates to your potential clients. While going through the journey with your potential customers from start to finish, there is a point when your customer needs an estimate from you and your team to make a decision whether to choose you as a supplier over somebody else.
So let's talk today about how to make estimate, how to present estimate, and how to sell estimate right way.
Yes, perfect. And we are gonna show you two different types of services as an examples of how to approach estimates. The complicated service of, let's say, a website development where there are months worth of work, and a very simple one, post-production service where a video could be delivered within just a matter of few hours.
Okay, let's say we have a big project and we need to find out the approach how to make the estimate. The best way is to make the breakdown, decompose the task one by one into the smallest one, as you see it. My recommendation is like decompose it to task like 8 hours. Make full breakdown of the project with all these small tasks. You will get two very important points out of this. You will have the base of estimate and you will have the detailed plan how to make the project. Why it's very important to break down the task into the smallest one, like 8 hours? Because it's really easy to explain to the client what we do for this small time.
And the question of why does it cost so much is not supposed to even appear.
Yeah, you're right.
Coming back to the example of a simpler service of post-production, when let's say someone recorded, I don't know, an Instagram reel and they send us the raw footage so that we edit that 30-second video for them and return them the file which they can upload on their social media. In that case, we would ask for just the raw file and we would make an estimate how much time it will take us to edit that particular raw file based on the video examples which clients provide. So we'll ask them which video do you like, we'll ask them to see the raw file, and we'll give an estimate. Sometimes it could happen right away on the call, especially if a team leader is present with technical background. Sometimes I can do that estimate myself. It really depends. Sometimes we would just tell client, okay, thanks for meeting us today. Your homework is to provide us with video reference, with raw footage, and then we'll return you the estimate. Coming back to the more complex situation in my relatively simple and straightforward business service, would be an example when a customer came over with a batch of 400 videos to be edited for different online courses. It took us 7 months to edit those videos. And when he came over, the length of the videos of each model in his course was very different. They were shot using different equipment in very different locations, which impacted the color grading, the audio cleanup, lots of different stuff. Long story short, what we told him is that we basically cannot give you an estimate for such a large job, but you can pick any 3, 5, or 7 videos from your pack of 400 and we will give you estimates how much each of those videos will potentially cost you to edit with our team. And then you can multiply using your educated guess how much could it cost.
Unfortunately, in my reality, when we're talking about some complicated project, when several specialists, different kind of would be involved too, we cannot say the clients, you can multiply yourself. We should gather a team of several specialists, designer, developer, maybe illustrator, maybe PM, and they together making the breakdown, making the estimate, and this estimate should be presented correct way.
So Denise, are you usually taking like what, the entire team on the sales call when you are presenting? So wait, stop. So a couple of things. First, you are having a second call where you presenting the estimate, and are you taking the entire team on that call? How does it happen?
Okay, usually it's not. Usually it's enough to have on a call the salesperson. It could be founder or a sales manager or someone else who are really making the deal, the closing the deal. But sometimes there are some technical things that should be explained or elaborated to the client. One or several technical specialists could be going on a call, like lead developer or lead designer, something like this.
Yeah, and as I mentioned previously, in our particular case with post-production service, we just involve team leader during the call, and that is usually enough. Usually that's the same person who gives estimates to our existing and potential customers. Okay, so Denis, here is you and your team on the call with the customer, and the customer is looking at your estimate, and they're saying like, you just see the reaction of their eyes, and they're saying like something, oh wow, that's a lot of money in your estimate. So how does this negotiation and getting your price down happens next in your case?
Do you recall that we have very detailed estimate with small tasks? So there's a lot of amount of money combines from small pieces of money, and each of them are reasonable. When we're doing the estimate, we will try to prognose every feature which is really needed to the client. And if we see that we're out of budget range, we can cut some of this feature which is not really needed in the first release. We negotiating not the rate, we negotiating the scope of project.
So basically you suggest to a customer to remove some of the features from the scope of work, and removing each of the feature from their website will potentially reduce the cost. That's what you are doing basically.
Yes.
So giving an example, you come to a barber shop, you want a beard trim and a head buzz, and one barber shop would do that for $25. Another one will do exactly the same job for the $45, but they will also wash your head and make a massage, and it will be up to you to decide which one to use. You can remove the features and save money, or you can keep the features to increase the comfort out of this service. So I guess similar story, maybe dumb example, but similar story with a complicated service. When it comes to a simpler service of post-production, for example, we can change video reference. So a customer sends video reference with lots of pop-up elements, subtitles, B-roll footage, and etc. And when they realize they cannot spend like $150 for editing a long-form video, we can reduce the amount of effort. Moreover, we can offer that we only edit the first 2 or 3 minutes of their long-form video in a sophisticated way, and the remaining part of the video we only would cut unsuccessful takes and keep it lightly edited by only cleaning up the audio and making color correction, but without adding any pop-up elements or raw footage and etc. There are many ways you can actually play with the post-production service in terms of reducing the cost.
Okay, there is also another way in terms of marketing of present day. It's called MVP, minimal viable product. Let's make something as smaller as it possible to provide client the value and test if it works. And after that, we will add more and more feature with more and more iterations. Unfortunately, in this case, we should go to the team to estimate all the story, because sometimes it's really complicated how to gather this MVP. But we can collect requirements from the client on the call right now about their vision about the MVP. So just be prepared that you can have several estimation presentation calls in a row, like 2 or 3, something like this.
Wait, so potentially you can have a preliminary sales call, then after that you're gonna do your homework, putting together the estimate, then you have a call presenting the estimate, and then you may potentially have another call of refining the estimate, and then again another call refining refined estimate. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is how it works usually.
But also remember that refining estimates, this is also the process where you keep qualifying your customer. If you get a customer who comes, again, let's go to the example of a barber shop. Someone comes over and says, you know what, your rate of cutting beard is $45, but can you like cut half of beard here and leave half of beard here as is and make it for 20 and 25 bucks? Basically, this is the type of customer you don't want to do business with at all because it's very weird. So a professional who respects themselves will not perform such a service. And if you end up getting a customer through those refining process, behaving in a similar way, this may not be the customer you really want. So we wish you to have customers who do as little refinings as possible. Denise, what is the absolutely perfect feedback of a customer who doesn't require refining? You give an estimate, you hop on the call. What's your dream story to hear?
Let's start the contracts. This is the best way.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. I really love it. Like, I've looked, it's so detailed, so clear. Moreover, you're not the only one who might got these estimates from, but yours one is absolutely the best and really reasonable. I'm very excited working with you guys. So let's get started. Where do I sign? How do I send you money? This is the way we wish you all call to hold.
Actually, in our practices like this, their estimate is very transparent, everything clear. Let's start.
Okay, more well balanced, less excited. I see. I see it because it's still a lot of money. It's still a lot of money. I gotta tell you guys, with my few hour estimates per video, I usually get this more excitement because when people realize, okay, now I finally will stop editing videos myself and I'll have someone else to do that, they get so excited and they realize it's only a few hours, I can afford it. They really get this. But I guess when you're talking about 4-5 digits as a budget for the project, the reaction of excitement is slightly more calm.
Okay, so wish you happy estimating and easy sales call with the client when you're presenting the estimate.
Freelance Mushroom, this was Eugene and Denise. Stay with us, like and subscribe, and see you later.
Bye.